Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I want to show to you how to make a yearly astrological tarot spread. This is a very simple spread, and all you need to do is to shuffle the cards and take out 12 cards, and each card is symbolizing an astrological house. So basically, let's do it together. I'm not going to do this spread on anyone. This is just an example. So the cards that will came out. So basically, we're shuffling the cards, and then we are taking out 12 cards. So this is going to be house number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is very messy because my camera is positioned in a very weird situation. So basically something like this. So this is going to be our first astrological house. This is the house of the self, of the physical body, and of the personality of the person. The second house is going to be the house of possessions and money and accumulations. Everything that the person has, and basically his money situation. The third house will show to us the person's siblings, close friends, and neighbors. In case that he don't have any siblings, our querent can have issues maybe with other neighbors, maybe he will have some conflicts or something like that. So this is the area of siblings and neighbors. I mean, it's not really a significant sphere in our person's life, but we can pay attention to that. The fourth house is the house of family. This is our querent family, his family home, what will happen in his home. The fifth house is the house of hobbies and children, some maybe new interests or his relationship with his children. The sixth house is the house of work and health. The seventh house is the house of relationships, and it will show to us relationships with other people, relationships with partners, and partnerships. The eighth house is the house of taxes, of something unexpected, of maybe some loss. But again, I will not be, this is the eighth house, this is the house of Scorpio. I don't like to bring it a very negative connotation because it's just going to instill some fear in our querent. So in this situation, we can focus on taxes and maybe some transformation that our querent will have. Again, if taxes is something that is important in our querent's life, we can put emphasis on that. But if not, basically this will show the transformation that the person will face in this year. House number 9, this is the house of learning. The house of learning and travel. House number 10, this is the house of career and recognition. So here we had in the 6th house, we basically had the daily routine, the daily life, the daily routine, work, job. But here we can see the situation overall in the profession of the person, where he's standing, what is happening in his inner sphere regarding his career. This is our 11th house, and this is the house of networking. This is the house of also advanced technology and networking. We can see here what is going to happen in our Aquarian's life in that area. And our last house is the house of spirituality. This will show to us our Aquarian's spiritual progress. So, as we can see, the cards are very interesting. I hope you can see that. We have a very interesting cards, but this is not about anyone. But still, let's go quickly through this spread and see what we can understand from this. Now, this deck is the CBD Tarot de Marseille by Yoav Bendov. This is the Marseille system. You know, I'm very interested in the Marseille system, so this is why I'm doing this on the Marseille, but it does not matter in which system you're doing that. So anyways, basically, we can say to our Aquarian that in this particular year, this is what is going to happen in those spheres in his life. Now, I also want to mention that you can do the spread whenever you want. So if you're doing this spread, for instance, right now in June, so basically it will show all the events that will happen from June to June next year. You can do those spreads in January. You can do those spreads whenever you want. It's just going to show you the events from this moment until 12 months. So in the first house, we can see we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands in the sphere of the self, of personality, can show us a lot of activity, but that activity is a bit tired. The Four of Wands is a very nice card. It's not a hectic card, but for the wand suits, this is like some delays that are happening. So maybe our Aquarian will have some delays in case that he wanted, for instance, to work out, to maybe lose some weight. So he can, like, he will be active, but he will see that there are delays in that sphere. Or in his personality, he's like energetic, but still not fully energetic. You see, like the Four of Wands always give us this delayness in a way. But we can say still, this is a wand family. Wands are very energetic. They are very dynamic. Like there is flow of events that happen into our Aquarian, but he wants that everything will be faster than what is happening right now. So basically his self, his personality will always try to do something in a quick way, trying to be the first, or trying to do errands, or trying to do something in a very, very fast way, but he always will face some slowdown, some delays. So never mind, let's continue. In the house of possessions, in the second house, we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is pretty much a very nice card of everyone is in his place. This is not a material card, it's not coins, but still we can have here a fulfillment. So we can say that our Aquarian is not lacking of anything. He does not have any material troubles. He does not have worrying about wealth, about money. Basically, he has everything that he wants. He's fulfilled and like everything as it should be. I cannot say that this is expansion of wealth because still it's not a coin card. This is just some fulfillment of everything that he has. He is fulfilled and the situation as it is right now, it's working for our querent. But we do have here aspect of some luxury, in a way of indulgence. Maybe our querent can indulge in something or spend even money, but overall he is fulfilled. So the third house is the house of siblings and the house of neighbors and the people that are close to our querent. So we have here a person. This is definitely a person. It can be a sibling, in case the person have siblings, or a neighbor, and this is a very aggressive person. So it might be that our querent will have some conflict with that person, because this is the sword suit. This is some physical person, and his intentions are not so peace, love, and light. It also can say that maybe our querent will have to defend himself in some way from other siblings or people around him or neighbors even. Stand on your idea, stand on your beliefs, not deviating from that. So let's go to the fourth house. We have the Six of Cups. Now the Six of Cups is basically harmonious card with nothing that is happening too much. Everything is pretty much harmonious, peaceful. There is this emphasis on generations of grandparents, parents, children, grandchildren, and this is in the sphere of the close home. So maybe our querent will face situations in his family life that has to do with generations, basically. That has to do with maybe ancestor, genetics, the grandparents, parents, something like that. But overall, this is a harmonious card, and nothing much exciting is happening in this card. So this is the card of hobbies and children. Here we see that we have material card. This is coins, and here we have expansion. So this is very interesting. It can be that maybe our querent will want to expand his fertility. Maybe our querent will want to have another child, or he can have expansions of physical hobbies. Maybe he will have some new sport, new hobby. He will go to some, meetings or workshops regarding his new hobby, and it will actually expand him. Also, it can be that this hobby can give expansion of finances. So this is very interesting. So we can say that in this year, our querent should pay attention to his hobbies, because his hobbies can actually bring him abundance. And this hobby can become his job. He can earn money from his hobby. So this is very interesting. In the sphere of the sixth house, which is the house of work and physical body, we have this sharp card of the Ace of Swords. It can be that the daily life will be a bit hectic, will be fast. Our querent will always have to plan his day. His days will have to do with pen and paper, always writing, planning, have sober approach to his life and life routine. He will always need to write everything down and be logical, sober, analytical. There is no time for flying in the skies. It's not going to happen this year. He will be very, very not down to earth, but very analytical, and his days will be always planned. Now, in terms of physical body, this is it can be a bit painful card, To some of the people, it can be that maybe there will be some surgical intervention, but overall this is an ace card, so he might face maybe some physical, our client might face some physical pain, but with the Ace of Swords, it's not something that is painful for a long time. It can be just a fast pain. You know, sometimes we have those, I don't know, sharp pains in our body, but they're quick, fast, and they're going away. You know what? It can be something that will be beneficial for our querent. For instance, you know what I had in my mind? Like, regarding physical body, actually, the Ace of Swords, it's not a card that is going to harm the querent. It's not going to be surgery that is going to, you know, harm him, or like you have to do the surgery because there is no other way. No, this is something that is going to be planned. For instance, like, it reminds me something about myself. For instance, I want to remove tattoos from my body. And this is like, if that was about me, but I hope it's not about me, this spread. Well, I did not really did that to myself, as I said at the beginning. So it's like something that you're planning, it's going to hurt, but it's going to benefit you because you want this, you see? Or like you will want to fix your teeth, like something that is going to be very beneficial for you. Yes, maybe it's going to be a bit unpleasant, but this unpleasant sensation is going to go away very fast. So I'm talking too much. Okay, let's go to the seventh house. This is the house of partnerships, of relationships. And here we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a card, for me personally, that something is not understood. Like, this situation seems very good to you on the other hand, but on the other hand, you don't understand what is happening. So our client will face something with his relationships that he will not understand what is going on. There is like this dark moon. He cannot see the real essence of his partner, or the real essence of his, let's say, business partner. Like, there is this dark cloud and nothing is understood. For instance, negative situations can actually be that, no, the person is not really have negative intentions towards you. Or you can think that this person is all nice and good, but he's hiding something. Like, this is a warning card. It's not a really good card in my readings. So let's go to the house of taxes, the 8th house, and transformation. So taxes, you know, it can be very different to each person. But here we have the 7 of Cups, and here this is talking about some individuality. So our client will basically have some transformation in his personality, in his individuality. Like, he will want to be different from others. He will want to be different, and he will accept his true nature this year. Some people have difficulties to understand who they really are. They are having these issues. They don't know who they are. They're afraid. And this year, our client will have this transformation. And when he will become different, when he will become individual, like he will accept his unique qualities, then he will be accepted by everyone. So let's go to the 8th, to the 9th house of learning. We have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is not my favorite card. It's a very depressing card. I will say that yes, he has the qualities of a student. Our querent will learn new things this year, but he will have to be more serious, because the Page of Cups is very depressing. He is not too serious. He can be not mature. So I will say that if our querent want to learn something new, this year he will have to be more serious about that. So let's go to the profession. We have this very heavy card in the area of the 10th house. The 10th house is the area of profession, career, achievements. We have the moon card. Well, the moon is a card of psychological issues. So we can say to our querent that he will have to face this deep hell in his psyche. He will have to have this transformation to overcome this. There is something that has to do with career and his psychological issues. There is a direct link. So this is a very heavy card. We will have to stop for a minute in a reading and we will have to talk about this. Like, what is going on? Why he has fears, phobia in regards to his success in life. It's something that he needs to dive deep to fix and bring up to the surface. He needs to go through a very deep transformation in order for him to achieve something this year. This is not an easy card. This is the most heaviest card and it's in his career. We will have to very pay attention to that situation. Like, there is something going on with our querent that there is issues with success, career, and his true self maybe. And you see, even in this house, in the 8th house, we have this situation with transformation, with his individuality. He will have to face some transformation. So anyways, let's go to the 11th house. 11th house, we have the Tower. So this is the sphere of networking. So basically we can say that if the querent had some good connections or networking, they of course can be collapsed. He will finally release himself from unnecessary connections. And in terms of technology and gadgets and technological sphere, like, our querent is going again to release himself from this bondage. So people are today attached to Instagram or to social media, and maybe our querent is going to release himself from that nonsense and he will not be attached to that anymore. He will have some realization. This is some heavy spread, by the way. Really heavy spread. So we have the 12th house, which is the house of spirituality. In spirituality, we have two ideas that are distracting our querent. One idea is taking him apart. The other idea is taking him apart. He's confused. It can be that he will have confusion with two practices, in case if he is practicing something, or two ways of religion that are tearing him apart, or something in his spiritual life that he will have to choose, and he will have a lot of distractions also. Also, not a very pleasant card, by the way. Like, someone is distracting him. So I want to say that this is some heavy spread that came out. We can clearly see that our querent have some big issues with achievement and career, and we will have to, of course, pay attention to that. And we, first of all, will have to pay attention on the majors. Where do we have majors? And we have here in the 10th, 11th and 12th house. So that means that those three areas are going to be very critical to our querent, but those areas are going to be something that he will face deep down himself. This is like more inner psychological transformation that he's having in, like, down inside. But all the minor cards that we have, those are mundane situations. Like those are more, it's not like this is more easier stuff. Those are just daily situations that he's going to face. And we also need to pay attention where we have court cards. And here we have two court cards. We have in the sphere of siblings, in the sphere of siblings and neighbors, and we have court card in the sphere of studying, education. So it can be that our querent have this page of cups that is going to influence our querent in everything that has to do with education. Maybe this is some young friend. This is clearly someone younger than our querent, but this is some person. It might be that this person will actually influence our querent, and of course we have a person here. So basically that's it. We're going to pay attention to majors, to minors, and to court cards. And of course, every time that we have this heavy card like the moon card, we're going to speak with the querent, like, let's just have a talk. What is the fears? What are the phobias that our querent is facing? Because this is some heavy card. So this is some heavy spread, and clearly we can see that our querent have some issues with profession, with career, with achievements. We have a very dark card in this area, and we will have to talk with our querent. What is happening? What is his phobias? Like, we have to dig down, we have to dig deep to see what is going on. So anyways, I hope you like this video. This is Astrological yearly tarot spread. Please write in the comments what do you think about this spread, and follow me on Instagram on magicalkey666.